Hello, hello. This is my first time using StreamYard. Guys, please let me know if anybody is on here. I should be on Facebook. I should be in my Blue Jay Gang group. I should be live on LinkedIn. If anybody is listening, please give me a hello in the comments. Let me know that you are here. My name is Coach Riva. I am your mental fitness expert and physical fitness coach coming to you with a message of the day. If you are on a weight loss journey, please let's lock in and listen for the next 15 minutes. I have something specifically for you because we have been in such survival mode that's focusing on our health seems overwhelming. And if it's not overwhelming, I'm about to pose a question to you to make it just a little bit more confusing. So, weight loss or fat loss? Type it in the comments. Let me know what is it that you are getting to. Give me some feedback. If you are on here, it looks like I have one viewer. I have no idea where you're coming from. But if you are here with me, weight loss or fat loss? See, this is the confusion that comes up in the industry, right? What I see on most programs is that they want you to get to your goals quick and easy. And that feels so good to you, right? Quick and easy feels so good for your brain. It's relaxing, right? So you set these goals and then you want to get active and you want to get to the goal. That's beautiful. But I also want you to know that this is how we have been wearing the failure uniform. Ooh, wake them up, coach. Understand that even in the army, they set targets very close, right? And then they move them back and further out of range. There's method to that madness. There's an approach to that madness. See, when we get into these programs that are quick and easy, right, that we love, it's very exciting, it's very motivating. I get it. I understand you, but I want you to understand me because there is studies behind you operating like that. 1 out of 5 women will regain the weight back when they do programs like this. There are studies that show 80 to 90% of women that are regaining the weight back after intentional weight loss programs. So I want you to think, what is that doing? What is that doing to us? What is that doing to you if you've experienced that? Somebody comment, let me know. What is that doing? I'll tell you what I've seen. I've seen a major disbelief in self, a major disbelief. You have to understand, we are women on a mission. We don't have time to be experiencing programs that are causing disbelief. We're having fear of failure. We're overachievers. We don't like to fail. So finding ourselves invested in programs seem extremely hard, right? Because we don't want to experience yet another defeat. We are beginning to devalue health. I don't know if y'all seen it, but we will rather pay for a makeup course. We would rather go on an outing or pay hundreds of dollars in supplements, right? Than to actually get our health together and invest in who we are becoming. It's time that we free ourselves. Oh, we got to free ourselves from this. So when I mention this, I need y'all to know that I'm ready to shake shit up a bit. Yeah, I said it. I'm ready to shake things up and rattle up the marketplace because Black leaders are experiencing obesity at a 54.8%. At 54.8% over their counterparts. You got to hear this. We have to begin delving deeper into what we are experiencing. And what does this mean? This means we have to focus on fat loss. And this is extremely important that we're focusing on fat loss. Why? Because I can release you from having to get on that scale, put your feet on there, and judge yourself about how much weight that you didn't lose. That's important. And the way that I do this is also important. I'm going to make you pick up the weights. I am going to make you lift to lose. Ooh, and that's a process. And it has lots of benefits to it. Let me tell you, when you are lifting weights, you are burning more calories at rest. This is what helps you to maintain your weight loss, your metabolism. You working on it because you're burning. You feel what I'm saying? Is anybody here? Is anybody listening? Please comment. Let me know, because I'm going to take this deeper. And if you are on a fitness journey, a health journey, I want you to listen all the way to the end, because I want to share a personal story with you. And I want to give you a tip, because if you're not picking up this weight, you're not combating the 3% of muscle mass that you are losing every single year. Every single year, you are losing this muscle mass. It's time for us to tap in. It's time for us to free ourselves, because if we're not free, we stay prisoner to our health, to the pills that we're taking. We got to free ourselves. Let me know if I'm clear. Let me know if y'all hear me. All right? Because when we lift these weights, it's not just a tactic. The other quick fixes, the other programs that we're enduring, these are tactics. These are tactics that we're trying to utilize to get to our abundance. And our abundance can only be found with extensively knowing ourselves. We have to extensively know who we are, right? So this has to be a lifestyle. And I want to share with you what lifting has done for me, because some of y'all may say, well, Riva, I tried to do weightlifting. I tried that journey. It didn't work for me. I wasn't consistent. And this is where most women would say, oh, I just need some accountability so that I can push through my workouts and get through my goals, right? What I'm saying is that you have to find a deeper why, right? Because we aren't confident in these bodies. We aren't confident. And don't say that you are, because we're out here doing surgeries. That's a sign that we're not confident. We got the waist trainers on. Every time we are forefront and on stage, this is how we are being seen. I see you with it on, sis. You're showing up for yourself, but you're showing up not in 100% confidence. When I lifted these weights, I need to give y'all my story. When I lifted these weights, right, I was experiencing trauma in my life. And I'm going to let y'all in on that just a little bit, because I was up against divorce. I was up against having to supplement my income. I was up against blaming myself for what I was experiencing, right? And as I was doing that, my body began to get sculpted and more firm, more toned, right? And people will look at me from the outside, right? And they will want to work with me because they've seen this transformation. But this is what I want you to understand. I was in that gym healing a generational wound. Ooh. I was healing a generational wound of not being able to feel. And I don't know if anybody has experienced that or knows what that feels like. I was just pushing past the pain and pushing past the hurt and not giving myself an opportunity to feel. So when I was in that gym, loading those weights up, I had to feel that pain. Ooh, and that pain that I was feeling gave me a place to release my stress and my trauma. I laid all that weight out in that weight room. And I don't know if you're hearing me, but what I'm saying is if you are a Black leader in your space, you are experiencing some stress. You are. If you are the type that continuously push through and gets up, you that strong woman. Yes, I wore that suit for a long time. We don't stop and feel. We don't. We just keep pushing. And all of that is building up inside of our bodies. And we thinking that we're holding on to weight, right? We're holding on to stress. We're holding on to trauma. So when you lift those weights and pick up that weight, it's not just about you getting to your 3% body mass that you're losing every week. It's not even about your metabolism. Those are the things that you won't even gravitate to. But what I need you to gravitate to is your own healing, is your own release, because you got to get that out. If you are going to manifest the things that you want physically, you've got to get that out. You can no longer be tied to a quick fix because it's going to give you short-term results. And you know this because you are a generational wealth builder. And generational wealth builders understand that the journey is a mission. So if you understand that the journey is a mission, it's going to be the same thing when you embark on your physical fitness journey. It's going to be a mission of uncovering, of rediscovering, of knowing extensively who you are. Because if you don't get to that place, you're going to be like me and stuck with a generational wound of not feeling, of just tucking your head in and bulldozing through. This is why life feels so hard. And it's time to get to our abundance. Pick up the weights. If you don't hear nothing that I'm saying, I need you to pick up the weights, because you might be like me, right? And you might not understand what it's like to feel vulnerable and be vulnerable and have a vulnerable space to go to. What I'm letting you know, that this is an environment of motivation, of empowerment. This is an environment of healing, right? My energy, my healing, right, has opened doors and opened spaces for others to come in and heal with me and release and let go of wounds that sometimes we're holding on to that ain't even ours. How many of you know what it is to have a wound, a generational wound of not being able to feel? This is what those weights have done for me. It gave me time to sit and experience what I've been going through. It gave me time to stop deflecting, right? And having to sit there and experience the pain. But how many of you know that you're not going to get no gains without the pain? So begin to embrace it, because that is your point of expansion. That is the point of where you will grow. So no, weight loss is not a movement for Blue Jay Gang, not for the curvy divine CEO. It's not the move for us, because we have that fear of failure. We have that triggering fear of not being valued, not being worthy, not being confident, not being able to show up authentically as who we are. That pain, it has to be released. And if you can't release it for your longevity and your quality of life, which is way more important than anything else, because you have to be performing at your tip-top shape in order to get to the generational wealth that you are checking in on every morning. When I see your post that says, "Who wants to be a millionaire?" and you raising your hand every single day, just know if you are between 0 and 100K in your business goals, that you need to focus on your personal development over anything, over any tactics, because your abundance, again, is tied to extensively knowing who you are. So if I have encouraged or inspired anybody on today, I want to encourage you to pick up the weights. I need you to lift to lose, because that is a long-term play for your long-term mission. For all that your calling requires, you need to pick up those weights at least 2 to 3 times per week and begin to build that new version of you. Begin to build who you are becoming. Because I promise you, if you continue to get on these weight loss programs that's quick and easy, you are putting on the failure uniform. Because studies have already shown that it does not work. There has been a misguided approach to fitness, a misguided approach. And I'm coming here trying to put my foot on the industry's neck so that my people that are following me, that are called to my vision, that are called to Blue Jays, can experience freedom. And I'm focusing on fat loss. That way you're not looking at that scale and getting triggered and quitting yourself time and time again because you feel like this isn't working out for you. The calling is higher than that. Where y'all at, ladies? Where are my leaders? Where are my CEOs? Where are the strong Black women who just pushing and powering through and not taking time to pause, feel, experience, and understand what's going on behind all of those emotions that you holding and bottling in? Because that's why your fat is being stored. That's why it's being stored, because there's a lot of things that you need to release in order to let that weight go. Oh, y'all ain't talking to me. I don't know if y'all feel me. I don't know if y'all hear me. So for those of you who catch this now on the replay or later, I want to give you a nutrition tip to go along with this inspiration and motivation that I'm trying to pour into you for all that my calling requires. If you are working out, this is a tip. If you are working out in a fasted state, understand that. And if you need more information on what that means, please, by all means, DM me. Let's get together, right? If my mission is speaking to you, let's get together. Begin working out, lifting weights in a fasted state. Why? Because when you eat, when you fuel up before you go to lift weights, your body will take all of that energy digesting that food. It's going to use the food that you fueled up with, and it's going to burn that, right? Why is this important? Because we're talking about fat loss. So if you work out in a fasted state, what your body is going to naturally do, because this is how your body operates, is going to burn your glucose first. And then when that's depleted, your body will begin to burn fat. And that's what we want, right? So understand that there are tactics, there are methods to this madness. But if you haven't adopted the lifestyle, even this, what I'm sharing for you, means nothing, because you got to get in the weight room 2 to 3 times a week first. And this is the approach that I'm trying to bring to the marketplace and shake and rattle some things up. So I hope that somebody hears my message and somebody hears my calling for all that my mission requires. My name is Coach Riva. I am your mental fitness expert and physical fitness coach. I am a certified personal trainer, nutritionist, and wellness practitioner. My background is in biology and psychology. I have been mentored in neuroscience and spiritual teachings, and I come to bring all those experiences to you in a well-rounded program so that you can have an approach that not just gets you to your dream weight and body, it gets you to a higher version of yourself. And once you experience an approach and a framework like this in a space that allows you to show up in your authenticity and be uniquely you'll not only have strategies and tools to lose weight, right? You'll be better at relationships. You'll be better at business. Why? Because the awareness of you helps you with the awareness of others. So if you are building something, including the body, right? Because that's what I do. Let's connect and let's make this year and every year after that, 2, 5, 10, 20 years later, the best years of your life, the average life expectancy. I'm hearing is 75. We got 75 summers, y'all. 75 summers. I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but for me, that means I'm halfway there. Your living should not be in vain. You got to pick up the weights and release, and you got to let it out. Some kind of way we got to let it out. And this is for us to expand. We have to create more energy to expand for all that our calling requires. And if that's just you creating and building a legacy, what is not just a gist, right? That's no small feat. You've got to do this. You've got to make a choice. And you have the ability, matter of fact, it's your responsibility to make this choice. And you have the ability to respond. And when you do make a choice to experience fat loss in such a way that you release trauma and old energy and old versions of you to create new energy for expansion. And if you know that you need support and help manifesting that dream body and that dream lifestyle and having the energy that you need to get you there, I want you to connect with me because I have a process, a program, and a system that you are going to want to hear about. Otherwise, have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. Thank you for listening on this call. I have so much more to pour into you. Bye for now.